Okay, hopefully this works. Is it? Please show me my dashboard. Okay, so now I can't see where I am. There I am. Jesus. I need to switch this over to OBS, like I used with my Twitch channel. Hello, everyone! God, that was annoying. Okay, can you guys hear me? Press 1 if you hear me. Because I just went through a big technical issue with this thing. Let me just make sure that you guys hear me. Press 1 in the chat if you hear me. One. Okay, cool. There we go. Hello, everybody. Excellent. Okay, God, that was so annoying. You know how, for those of you who've watched my reactions, you know that technical issue where, like, things keep unplugging in and unplugging all the time whenever I accidentally, like, you know, kick what's back there? I just did that in my last ever Only Fools and Horses reaction on Patreon. Which isn't posted yet. It'll be posted tomorrow. But it changed all the audio settings. I had to restart everything, and it changed all the audio settings yet again. Driving me crazy. But anyway, we're past that now. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. This isn't going to be a long live stream. I got to go back. Thank you, Sam K, for the £2 super chat. He says, congrats on the 100K, you legend. Thank you, everybody. You all are fantastic. And this is surreal. That's Number Wang. That's right, Richard. Yes, I finished Peep Show on Patreon. All the remaining ones that are missing on YouTube got blocked. So, all right. So, 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I never thought in the slightest that we would be talking about this today, but it's just incredible. And Maryland born, Florida kicks computer, alligator not involved. Thank you, Casper. Oh man. But it's so crazy to me that we've reached 100,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. You guys are the best, and I bow to you. It's so surreal. Oh, Julie, what's on the t-shirt? It's the NWO Wolfpack shirt for all the wrestling fans out there. But man, I thought I was going to hit 100,000 subscribers on Monday, which is now tomorrow. Well, it always was tomorrow. But I wasn't planning on doing anything today, but when I found out in the morning that I hit 100,000 subscribers, I was like, all right, well, I got to do some things today. So I set up this live stream to thank all of you for joining me on this wild journey. It's been so surreal. Again, I just I just sit in this chair and react to stuff, mostly stuff from the United Kingdom, and mostly comedy stuff, and laugh at it. And for some reason, all of you have thought so highly of it. So, most of you anyway. But I never thought I'd be sitting here talking about how we reached 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy to me. It's awesome. All of you are awesome. And it blows me away because it's such... Holy shit, Dan Jones! Wow! Wow! My God, I bow to you. I bow to you. That is a massive super chat. Oh my God. And hopefully the robot still works, because I still have the robot connected. Let me turn the volume up. Thank you, Dan Jones, Sleep Stories. That is wild. I gotta check out your channel because you got a check mark. That's a crazy super chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, essentially, like, you know, since we, like, over the last 2.5 years, I've tried to come up with some reasoning or thought process into why a reaction channel like this would be appealing to people. There's the UK thing too as well, but I think it's what I've come up with is it's kind of like you vicariously watch something again for the first time through somebody else, with some of your favorite things, and I think that's the biggest appeal. Here it is, Dan Jones. Wow.
Congratulations King and Queen Boomer on 100,000 subscribers. Well deserved.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Dan Jones. I gotta check out your channel. That's an amazing super chat. I think I've only had one other one that was like 100. That's crazy. Wow. Somebody said at first I thought it was 100,000 pounds. I'd fucking log off right now and be like, I gotta send this back. That definitely was a mistake. But yeah, I think that's the main appeal. Like, you vicariously watch something for the first time again through someone else is one major appeal. I guess this shows that some people like me in some form of way. There's a lot of fans who like Queen Boomer way better, which is, of course, a big thing too. Shout out to Queen Boomer. She couldn't be here for this one, but I definitely couldn't have gotten to 100,000 at this moment without her as well. So she deserves a lot of credit for this too. And but you guys deserve almost all the credit. It's been crazy. I think the other appeal, like, you know, because basically I react to stuff mostly from the UK, and not only like enjoy it and laugh at it, but admire it as well. Like I've mentioned it before, I think several times at this point, like when it comes to comedy, particularly shows, I think you guys have the best comedy shows in the world. Nothing that I can think of in the United States comes even close. At least in my opinion. I mean, you might find some people who could argue with that, but it's not going to be me. I think comedy movies were kind of on the same level, but comedy shows, the United Kingdom has this beat by a country mile. So, and it's a testament to how talented you people are over there when you come up with funny stuff. Especially whether it's a show or just a short sketch or stand-up comedy. It is amazing. All the stuff that it's like, and I've said it in the community post. It's like you tripped over a gold mine that you didn't know was there. And then you start digging and you realize it's just a massive gold deposit that seems like it's never going to end. It's just incredible. And as an American, I'm jealous. I truly am. I wish we had humor like this on our television outlets, but we don't. And I'm very jealous of it. So, definitely, it's a testament to the talent pool that you guys have over there when it comes to comedy. And you guys should be proud of it. And thank you for watching along with a Muppet like me, because, you know, essentially all I really do is sit in this chair and, you know, watch some things from over there and laugh and enjoy myself and have a great time doing it. So thank you for joining me along in this as well. Somebody said, Chuko Schultz says, as a German, I'm jealous as well. Yeah, it's American. I'm jealous of how good their comedy is over there. Run DMK says you have great comedies too. We might have a few, but when I watch things on my own here in the States, like on our programming, I don't watch much comedy. Most of it I find kind of dull.
Congratulations, 100k subs. Enjoyed the last 30 months. Long may it continue, Jed Baker.
Thank you very much, Jared Baker. Jed Baker, very long time subscriber. Thank you very much for the very kind super chat. That's awesome, man. Much love to you, sir. I know you've been a long-time follower and a long-time patron as well. And by the way, if you're on the Patreon, shout out to you as well. Not nearly as many of you, but there's way more than I expected on Patreon. I think at this point we have over 2,200 paid subscribers on Patreon, and then altogether like 3,000 something, 3,800 something members. So that's another one too. When I started the Patreon, I thought it was only going to be a couple hundred people sign up for it. Whoop! It's now talking to me on my phone. Sorry about that. And yeah, it kind of feels like we have two separate channels now. We got the YouTube and then the Patreon, because most of the show reactions I can only get up on Patreon now. But I appreciate every support, and you know, it's just, here's the main thing about this that I'll tell you before I, you know, fuck off and get out of here. Congratulations from Scotland. Thank you, Shaky. Here's the main thing. When I'm reacting to this content here on YouTube, whether it's YouTube or Patreon, it is fun. It is fun. It is some of the most fun that I've ever had in my life, and I was not expecting to have this much fun doing it. Sometimes it can get a little hectic, and I can get overwhelmed at times. Sometimes I can get cranky. A bunch of you have probably seen me get cranky in the past, whether it's like here on a video, recorded video, a live stream, or a snarky comment that I've made back at somebody. But it's for like 99% of this is just pure fun and joy. So thank you all so much. It's so surreal. And I once had a question posed to me. They're like, are you ever going to react to any American content? And the answer is, at least for right now, no. Because I have so much fun reacting to content from the UK and other English-speaking parts of the world, man. It's just, it's because of, you know, I don't normally have access to it here. It's, again, it's the gold mine that I tripped over, and then I start digging, and it's endless gold that comes up out of the ground. It's like, you know, discovering a new land or something. It's amazing. And couldn't have done it without you guys. That's for damn sure. Let me read some of these chats going by. I haven't looked at the chat that much, sorry. Steven says, oh my King Boomer, you're making me blush. You guys make me blush all the time, man. Allison said, hi King Boomer, just wanted to say a massive congratulations to you on the 100K. Delighted for you. Well done. Thank you, Allison. Allison's been a long time subscriber as well. It's just, I never thought something like this would happen. 100,000 subscribers. You could, there's not enough seats in Wembley Stadium for that, you know? It's amazing. What made you decide to start reacting, says Dunk. Oh, that's a good question. I'll tell you, I think I've mentioned it before at some point. But the main reason was two guys who I also have to thank. So thank you for reminding me. Daniel and Spencer from Embrace the Suck 21. I came across them because I am a big fan of the Ricky Gervais show, the cartoon in particular. And I've stumbled across them reacting to that show. But those were the only videos of theirs that I was watching. And I noticed that they were reacting to all types of other British content, and I was intrigued and wondered. I was like, they're doing a lot of this stuff, so maybe this stuff is pretty good. So I decided to start reacting to British content on my own and see how it went, and here we are. So and yes, Casper, thank you for reminding me. Spencer is in the UK at the moment. You could probably find his Instagram link somewhere on the Embrace the Suck 21 channel. Spencer Joyce. So if you want to see what he's doing in the United Kingdom right now, look him up. I've told him to be careful and not drink so much, because he's had quite a few pints over there. But you know, he's got to make his transportation on time. So I sent him a funny message. I was like, "Be careful, mate. Don't drink too much." So, but he's over there. But yeah, Daniel and Spencer, they were the big influence on me in starting these reactions, and in the process, I actually came into contact with them, and we're pretty good mates now. So, I talk to them usually like at least once a week, and they're amazing guys, and we're fellow Americans from Maryland. So, wow, a couple more super chats coming in. Thank you guys so much. That's Number Wang. Thank you, Loba. I saw that the last Number Wang reaction I did came out today. On YouTube, I actually have videos scheduled like a month in advance. So, usually when a video drops, it's like a month old.
Congrats on the milestone, but I have a question. What is one video you reacted to you wish you hadn't, be it gross, cringe, or it made you angry, besides the tomahawk arm thing I mean?
Thank you for the super chat, Joe. Let me think about that one. Well, the one that comes to mind is that American dickhead that visited London, I think he was in, and the cops detained him for questioning, and he was throwing an absolute fit about it. And that's the guy who was like, he said something like, I'm American, so I know. Like, he was one of those know-it-alls.
Just finished The Last of S1 Blackadder on Patreon. Perfect timing, you went live. Congrats on the milestone. Any thoughts on where you're going to display the shiny new play button yet?
Thank you very much, Chug, for the super chat. Wow, that's an awesome super chats today. You guys are amazing. I don't know where I'm going to display the button for right now. I might just put it like over here. I don't know how big it is. And I haven't even, like, the thing hasn't even popped up yet to where, like, congrats, you've hit that. Do you want the button or not? So I don't know. I haven't really thought about that yet, but for now, I'll probably put it here, but we're in the process of looking for a new home to live, so we may, like, you may not see me in this room for much longer, maybe for a few more months, but hopefully when we move, I have a nice little like kind of office area that I can make look pretty cool. Kind of like what Daniel has from Embrace the Suck 21. Have you guys ever seen his setup that he's got? I don't know if I'd do the same, but I want to have like my own little small office at some point. So that's when you might see it in a nicer display area. You know what I mean? I want to get back to Joe. But yeah, that video of the guy the American who is saying, like, you know, I'm American, so I know everything about the legal system, when he's in another fucking country, and he was being a prick to your police, which I think in the video I was like, I apologize that we produced a man like this, even though he's not really a man, he was a fucking coward. But that video made me cringe a lot, and it made me ashamed that our country produces people like that. So that's the one that comes to mind, Joe. Thank you for the super chat. Gaming Harry, how you doing?
PLS react to Flight of the Conchords, RGDS from South Africa.
Flight of the Conchords, I've heard of that. Thank you very much for the super chat. What is ZAR? That's the question I have for you, Mac Millen. ZAR. I don't know what kind of... Oh, you're from South... I'm a fucking idiot. I'm leaving. Goodbye. He's from South Africa, and I just asked what kind of money it was. Ugh, Christ. God, sometimes I'm so stupid. But Flight of the Conchords, I've heard of it. It's not high on my list though, and I don't get many requests for it, so I don't know if I'll get around to that soon.
Bambino, family and new home.
Thank you, Ben Tatum. That's a 5 very kind super chat for the Bambino. I love that you called Princess Boomer the Bambino. That's cute. I like that. We're looking for a new home. It's a process. It's gonna take a while, but hopefully when we get one, I have a nice little office that I can set up and practice the arts of Muppertism in that small confined room. So, Queen Boomer was horrified at Bo Select. I can't remember much from that video. That was a long time ago, but that was one of the weird ones. But it was funny. I kind of liked it because it was really strange. And can you react to the Rise of the Foot Soldier movies? Here's the thing. I just reacted to one on Patreon, and I absolutely hated it. It was terrible, in my opinion. I went off on a rant after I watched it. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So, no, I will not be watching any of the sequels. The whole movie was beating people with blunt instruments and yelling the C word. And that was it. There was nothing. And everyone in it was an asshole. There was nothing appealing about anybody in that movie. Oh. Thank you, Emu Cat. Appreciate it, man. Ash says all countries around the world produces idiots like that. I mean, yeah, but some more than others. We tend to produce more than others, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows?
Please consider Hardy Bucks, an Irish mockumentary.
Thank you very much, Sean O'Sullivan. Hardy Bucks. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I don't know. Maybe I have it written down somewhere. But the main thing about that that video with that American guy in London who got detained by the police and he was being a prick. And the thing that made me upset about that the most was it wasn't even him. It was knowing that there's people like that from America that travel to other countries. Now, like the person said, there's people like that from all countries, but I find it because I want when people from the United States travel, I want them to represent the United States in a friendly way and not be a fucking prick. You know, that's what drove me nuts about that video, because when I went to Greece, I ran into Americans who were being, you know, entitled, just, you know, being a complete asshole about everything. I think I've told a story about that. The guy in front of me who was ranting and raving about how he had to check his bag on one of the flights to another Greek island, and we got in line and they were like, we need to check your bag, and I said, sure, go ahead. And he was like, you know what, just give it to him for free. Just because I just cooperated, you know, because when you're in another country, this is my belief, and I think it should be everyone's belief, but to each their own. But when you are in another country, it doesn't matter where you come from. You are representing the country that you come from. And if you're going to act like a mongoloid, then it makes it hard on the rest of us. Because then somebody who has never interacted with an American before, and they see some American acting like a prick, then they're going to be like, well, they must all be pricks. And it gives us a bad name. You know? And it could be anybody. If it was somebody from, you know, Mexico, and they visited the United Kingdom, and they acted the same way that that guy did to the police, then one of them who has never interacted with a Mexican before is going to be like, well, Mexicans are assholes, when they're not. But that guy ruined it for a lot of people that he interacted with over there, you know? When in Rome, exactly, Scipio. From the Roman himself. Oh no, Craig, I don't think it's gonna do it. I think the text to speech bot usually has a curse word filter in there somewhere. When in Rome, go as the Romans do. Couldn't have said it better. Wait, hold on.
This may be enough for you and Queen Boomer to have a drink on me. If not, sorry.
Thank you very much, Julie. I really appreciate that. Julie's been a long-time follower as well. Thank you, Julie. That's very kind.
Congrats, pal. You mainly deserve it. Mainly.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. Hopefully I do. I mean, I think Casper said something that I was laughing at. Oh yeah, the first American I ever met shouted, "Y'all got lays around here?" I mean, at least he was being a muppet. He wasn't being an asshole, you know? Sounds like he was just trying to have some fun. See what I mean, Craig? It's not, yeah, they're not gonna say it. Thank God. Otherwise, I might get in trouble. But thank you for the super chat, Craig. Thank you, Temp. And, hey, Boomer, I see you had a Jim Cornette face t-shirt on previous streams. Are you a fan of the Experience in the Drive-Thru podcast? I listen religiously. I am. I do not listen religiously because I don't have enough time. But, I usually tune in. I tend to listen to both of those shows through YouTube in clips. Because whatever specific topic they're talking about, if it catches my interest, then I check it out. But I do not, even though I'm subscribed to on Spotify to both of those, I probably haven't listened to a full episode in a long time. You gonna watch the Euros like we followed the World Cup last summer? Starts Friday. I don't know, Chris. I like the Worlds much better, but I don't know. Like since last year, or how long ago was it? Like 2 years ago when I did that. Since the World Cup, the last World Cup, my life has gotten much more complicated, and I'm much busier now. So I don't think I would have time to do that, even if I wanted to. Sorry to say. But I don't want to paint a bad impression. It's gotten complicated and busier in all the best ways possible. Mashed potato, I can't even get 1K. You may yet, sir. So, I mean, if let me tell you something. If I can get 100,000 subscribers, I think almost anybody can, because I am a fucking muppet. So, don't be so hard on yourself. King Boomer does sound like corny. He does like corny, or does he sound like corny? I think it says he does like corny. I love Jim Cornette. I do not sound like him, though. Maybe if I did a rant in a southern accent, then I might sound like him, but, will you and Queen Boomer visit the UK? It's a great question, John. This question drives me nuts because I want to go so bad. I just can't. I was supposed to go. We were planning on going sometime in the fall of this coming fall. Is when we were going to do it, but then, you know, Princess Boomer entered our lives. So that made those plans crash and burn. I've actually, you know, just to give you a little insider information, I guess, I've actually thought about doing the trip on my own. Because Queen Boomer does not want to we do not want to go on a trip and then leave, you know, the care of our child in the hands of, like, Grandpa Boomer or something, even though he's capable of it. But we just don't want to be away from her for that long, and she's too young to, like, bring on a trip like that. So I don't know, but that question kills me because I've wanted to do it so bad for the past year and a half, and we were getting ready to plan to do it, and the best possible wrench got thrown into that, which was Princess Boomer. So she requires our undivided attention at this point. So I can't really leave for longer than like a couple days, you know. Even if I wanted to, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, what's my daughter doing? What does she need? You know. But if that hadn't happened, then we probably would be there in the fall at some point. Hold off on the trip. It's all or nothing with the family. Exactly, David. That's yes. But eventually I do want to do it. I'd like to have Queen Boomer with me. But it's a very tall order right now. Shaky Channel Reviews. I only have 3 subscribers. I'd probably have more if I knew how to edit my videos. I'm not very good with technology. You're looking at a guy who is completely terrible with technology. It took me... I was 10 minutes late to this live stream because I was trying to deal with technology underneath this desk. So don't let that hold you back, my friend. For most of the people in this chat know that I am completely god-awful when it comes to both technology and editing. So that shouldn't hold you back. Next fresh meat reaction. Fresh meat reactions are probably no longer. They have been getting blocked, copyrighted, slashed, killed, strangled, every type of thing. So that's probably over. And if you want to see fresh meat reactions, then you'd have to sign up for the Patreon. Sorry to say. But that's why I created the Patreon, because most of the show reactions that I do have been blocked. Like 90% of them are blocked now. So. There you go. Casper can edit your videos for you. By the way, I have to give a shout out before I go, because I forgot to do it on my last Only Fools and Horses reaction on Patreon. So bear with me for a second here. Where the fuck? Oh, I need to go here. If I can find it. Where is it? Uh-oh.
Congratulations on the milestone. Keep it up, pal. Smiley face.
Thank you very much, Danny Absent. Appreciate that, man. Where is it? I get so many messages that I don't think I'm going to find this.
Would love to see you react to Darren Brown's Russian roulette video. He's a psychological illusionist and does insane stuff.
Thank you, Jamie Martin. I appreciate that. Darren Brown, Russian roulette. Maybe I've heard of that at some point, but I can't remember. Where is this? It was... Here it is, Naomi. So this is Naomi. Naomi, I don't know if you're watching this, because I forgot to post a thing on Patreon about this live stream, but I feel bad because I didn't do this on the one Only Fools and Horses reaction. So here you go. Hi, King Boomer. Hope you and your family are well. Myself and my fiance, Sam Deans, who's also a patron, are huge fans of your reactions. It's come to the point where we can no longer watch a series without you reacting to it. I've made an account just so my partner can't see my DM to you. Oh, okay. But if you would be so kind to mention Sam Deans in your next Only Fools and Horses reaction. We have just welcomed a baby boy, and he's such an amazing dad. So, give me back my son! Would be so funny. I'll totally understand if you would prefer not to. Keep being a Muppet, you Muppet. No, thank you, Naomi, for the very kind message. Congratulations. And, that's amazing. Welcoming of a baby boy, and it's good to hear that Sam Deans is an amazing dad. So, you guys are definitely on your way up in the world. It's an amazing feeling to be a father, and you guys enjoy it. It's such an amazing gift. And of course, give me back my son! In honor of Dr. Disrespect and Mel Gibson in Ransom. Of course. For those of you who are Dr. Disrespect fans, you know what that was. But amazing. Amazing. Darren Brown predicted the lottery numbers right after the draw. He's amazing. Really? Who does that? That had to be an accident. There are loads of Darren Brown content that would be great to see reactions to. Okay, so we're getting a bunch of endorsements for Darren Brown. Might have to look him up at some point. If you came over here, everyone you meet might buy you a pint. There's a couple that might punch me in the face. But, we'll see. Just know that if I ever visit, I'm not going to act like that fucking mongoloid in that one video who tried to tell the cops that he knows everything because he's an American. I don't act like that. When I'm in another country, you guys would probably get... Some of you would probably even get angry with me because of how nice I would be. I would be overly nice and incredibly patient, which are two things that I am not here. But when I'm in another country, I consider it a privilege just to be there and experience some different culture and talk to people, you know? Which I think it should be for everyone, but unfortunately it's not. But, yeah. I'm a bit late, but congrats on the 100K. Thank you very much, Bobby Dazzler. And you'll have to show us the 100K award when it arrives. I will. I'll probably put it right here. Because usually the camera's facing this way, so I'll put it right here for now. But like I said, once we move and get another home, it's I want to have like a proper office to do that stuff in. Jitana Adele, hello. Nice to see you. I got your message the other day. Thank you for that. That was very kind words. Appreciate that. God, there was like 4 different checkmark people in the room today. It's usually I never see one of them. I didn't know people with checkmarks follow me, except for Homework Radio, who I know because we've talked before. Well, then there's Eclectic Beard and Embrace the Suck 21 because I'm pals with them now. So, all right, thank you, Craig. And what happened here?
Darren Brown is a must. Guy is on the level.
Darren Brown is a must. Guy is on the level. There you go. Even Craig's endorsing Darren Brown, so I might have to check him out. Joe 30 seconds says subscribing to the Patreon. Thank you, sir. And yeah, Patreon's almost like a whole. It's like a whole. It's basically a second channel now. It's where I put all my show reactions. Most of them don't make it to YouTube anymore. What happened to the Bo Selecta series? Just like I said, it didn't. It stopped making it to the. But I actually stopped that because I at that point I couldn't find it anymore because I was watching them on YouTube, and eventually I just got tired of looking for it and just stopped. In-Betweeners has to be a 100K special. Actually, thank you. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about, Reese. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm probably going to record a 100,000 subscriber special today, but it's not going to be the In-Betweeners. And it's probably going to be something a little more serious. When I do specials, I like to do something a little more serious. I think when I did a 50,000 subscriber special, wasn't that when I did the Victoria Cross special? So anyway, the 100,000 subscriber special is going to be something like that because even though I love to have fun and laugh at stuff, every once in a while I do like to step into something a little more serious. So you might see a little more serious reaction on the 100,000 subscriber special. I don't know when it's going to pop up on the channel, but you'll probably see it soon. So I've been here for a good while. You tool. Thank you for calling me a tool, Chitata. I think you're funny as hell. Thank you so much. All right. That's an American term, isn't it? I don't hear many Brits say tool. That's more of an American term. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. When will the in-betweeners be back then? That's a good question. I'm maybe in the next couple months. Who knows? I think we got to finish, because the only reaction I got Queen Boomer on at the moment is Black Books, and we got to finish that. And then I got to decide if we're just going to jump back into in-betweeners, because I don't have any videos for reaction videos to the in-betweeners on Patreon. I need them for Patreon. So that's why I know I'm going to get a bunch of comments. What are you returning to this for the views again? No, it's because I need them for Patreon. I might not even post them on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Mark Metcalf. League of Gentlemen. If you're talking about the movie, yes, I think I even have a movie reaction to that on YouTube. But the show that's on Netflix at the moment, no, I have not gotten into it yet. But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. Dan Jones, Sleep Stories. I've got digital copies of almost everything Darren Brown has done. I used to record everything. Nice. They're not VHS tapes, are they? You know how many VHS... God, I can't even talk anymore. VHS tapes and DVDs that I threw out years ago, and now I wish I held on to all of them, just because of all the shit that I can't find anywhere else that I recorded on them. Tool is popular in Australia too. See, we have much more in common than we would like to believe. We really do. But but that's the I was curious about that, because I have not, of all the British content that I've reacted to, I haven't heard the word tool thrown around very much, if at all. So maybe I have heard it at some point. I just it just went by me because it's a familiar word to me here. Let me get this out before I go. Because I can tell you, this is, I've done this before, but it's probably been a year since I read the entire list. But there was one live stream I did where I asked people to say your favorite UK slang terms. So that's what I'm going to be reading for you on the way out here.
Have you seen the League of Gentlemen?
Thank you, Mark. But no, the show on Netflix, I'm like dying to see it. And yeah, that's why I've recorded and kept everything. I should have kept all my DVDs and VHS tapes, man, because I had some stuff that like I'll never be able to watch again that I threw out. Okay, so UK, great words. That's what it says here. And here we go. I'll go from top to bottom. Trombonius, twunt, bullocks, twatsack, buswankers, moose knuckle, nonce, twazik, wazik, cockwomble, axe wound, donut, tosser, bell end, smeghead, which is a red dwarf reference here, knobrot, muff mower, minger, munter, scrubber, minge flaps. God, a lot of sexual ones in here. Spunk bubble, chocolate starfish, knobhead, saggy biscuit, ball bags, knob jockey, arse bandit, wank. What the? Wank tush diploma. I don't remember that one. That's an interesting one. Bet you can get that in high school. Plonker, furry axe wound, arse pilot, beef curtains, fanny batter, bum tickler, stench trench, ferret, glender, biffin, sheep shagger, marmite driller, commando wank, fanny fister, sausage swiper, tosspot, willy woofler, Womb Raider, that's a good Womb Raider, that's one of my favorite ones. Trivial Twaddle, Spanking Your Plank, Flawed Flid, Spod, Flappage, Butter My Arse, and Spaff. So, if the word you're looking for is not on that list, I am open to new suggestions, and I may write them down, but now's not the time. But I hope some of you enjoyed that. Some fucking creative words from the UK, man, I swear. They got us beaten in that as well. But thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. Again, thank you guys so much for the 100,000 subs. It's been a pleasure to do this channel for you guys, and it's so much fun to do for my own enjoyment as well. And thank you to everyone who sent in super chats. Some of them are ridiculous, just like Dan Jones Sleeps 100-pound super chat. That was one of the biggest super chats I've ever gotten in my life. And sometimes I wake up and when I realize that this channel is what it is, I'm like, holy shit, how did we get here? So, all right. Well, it's time to get back to work. Since I canceled what I was going to be doing today, I might as well record a couple more reactions and keep the ball rolling. So, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm out of here. Mark Metcalf sent one more super chat. Not the movie, BBC program. Will blow your mind. I've never heard of that one. Not the movie, BBC program. So, I'll keep that in mind. But thank you all so much. I love you all. Take care. And now, I guess we're on to 1 million. If we can get 1 million people subscribe to this channel, we'll see. But I appreciate every sub and super chat, and I'll see you all again soon. Much love, and give me back my son! Take care.